I don't know why it is, but it is, you know, predominantly, there are no statistics that I know of, but it is one of those things where you see a lot of women that are food training, and they get into this business, and it's kind of like a pyramid scheme, sort of, you know, like Mary Kay or something like that. In other words, Jean Donaldson out there in San Francisco or wherever she's at, she, you know, well, if you want to, you can learn how to be a food trainer. And what you do is you pay Jean Donaldson, and you pay Jean Donaldson a few $1,000s, and while you're learning food training, you're also working for Jean Donaldson. So you're paying her to learn, and you're working for her. So what happens is, when the food trainer graduates, or they get their little blue ribbon or whatever, then they get all the appropriate material so that they can start their own food training business. And then what happens is, people, you know, this appeals to people, and they're like, well, I'd like to learn how to food train, and the food trainer says, well, sure, come on in, and they do kind of what Jean Donaldson showed them to do. So it's an unusual business that it really does. It seems to prey upon the human side of this, like, this nurturing thing. It really does. And it's almost like, if you talk to some of these food trainers, they are very adamant that if you don't do it this way, it's cruel. Now, I'm saying the same thing about theirs, of course. To me, it seems cruel, and I'm throwing out logic why I think it's cruel, because I see what happens to the dog. And I'm trying to explain this to everyone, why it's not appropriate to food train.